magicians want to be like other magicians. So we see Fred Capps or Slidini and we become Fred Capps or we become Slidini. That's the first stage of learning magic. You try to emulate your heroes, right? But then hopefully over time you find your own voice and you are given permission to actually be yourself. You know, it's really hard. They always say, be yourself. What does that mean? And I get this question a lot, like, how do you choose a character? I go, I don't think you choose a character. I think character chooses you. It's not like you go into a department store and pick one off the shelf like you do a suit or something like that. Be the most appealing version of you that you can be at that moment, right? Don't try to be something you're not. If you're not a natural born comedian, don't try to be funny with props and jokes. And it's just going to fit like a bad suit. Likewise, if you're a goofball like I am, you know, trying to be mysterious and evocative, emotional, doesn't always work. One of the things, you know, you kind of asked what what I've learned from teaching, and I think it's all about clarity is the word that keeps coming forward that I use a lot. Like clarity of effect. What are we trying to communicate here? But clarity of story. What story are you telling? Let's make it more clear, though. There's too much clutter. There's too many things you're trying to be. You're trying to be funny, you're trying to be interesting, you're trying to be a storyteller, but you're also trying to be a magician and you're trying to explain something like an engineer or something. Let's get clarity of effect, clarity of story, and anything that's unnecessary and doesn't serve us, let's try to get rid of and get to what the essence of what this performance piece is, because it is a performance piece, and let's make it interesting.
You talked to us a little bit about what you think might be the biggest mistake, or how about misconception that someone who's just getting into magic, a beginning magician, might have?
Right. I feel more strongly now than ever that it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Right. So these guys think they need the next book, the next trick, the next download, and then they'll make it. And then that's what's going to set them apart. And that's when they're finally going to get off of the plateau they're on or be able to get that gig. And I contend, if you've been in magic a few years already, you already have everything you need. Now you need to unlock all the dogma and shed all the bad habits you've learned and free yourself and give yourself permission to be interesting with what you already do. And let's take what you already do and make that more interesting. And let's make it bigger. Let's scale it. Let's make it more fun. Let's find moments. Has nothing to do with the trick. Most of the tricks have a solid foundation. They come already with a beginning, middle, and end. They come engineered with some secret that's, mechanical or psychological or whatever subtlety that makes the trick work. There's a thing, there's a gimmick, and it's got its own little narrative. Okay, let's take that, kind of take it apart and re-engineer it. Let's make it bigger, more fun. Let's change the story around it. If we have to make the prop bigger, we will. Let's spread it out and let's make it fit you. Let's write something that would actually come out of your mouth. And then let's make it interesting to people.